Hi everybody, this is Trisha with Bam Badasses Alchemist Mystics, Wisdom with Cards. You may hear a little kitty cat in the background that is been hanging around the house, and my cat Ginger has calmed her down a little bit. Cats have been coming in quite a bit, and so have other animals. I've been doing a lot of work with animals in dream weaving, dream manifestation, and just really sinking into nature and animals. So I have all my animal decks today. I got power animals, got the spirit animal oracle, and I have the divine animals oracle. So in tribute to all the beautiful animals that are here, and I'm seeing dragonfly as I say this, all the beautiful animals that are here for our guides, for our support, that we are all in harmony and communion with all of nature, always. The universe is conspiring for our highest good, always. Hi Becca, you and Paul, gotcha. I have my list here, I'll put you on. We'll do Paul first today. I'm going to do card for the collective first with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Card for the collective. Armadillo. I've been seeing armadillo quite a bit. Actually, armadillo, there's like 3 babies that have been bopping around my yard. And in this case, armadillo is coming in about edges or boundaries. They have their armor around them, armadillo. They're night creatures generally. Sometimes they'll come out in the day. They feel safe, and they eat bugs. They go through and they eat bugs and worms and other little nighttime ground critters. But the armadillo's coming in to say, if we're going to create the life we want, and we are really working with who we are really truly inside, no matter what the situation is that we're in our external world, that we are who we are consistently, no matter what. So we have to have boundaries or edges, and I've learned to call them edges rather than boundaries. Sometimes we do need hard boundaries with certain people in our life that we have tried to create an environment and set our intentions for the relationship. And if they keep infiltrating our space and not adhering to our requests, our loving requests, sometimes we do have to have hard boundaries. And sometimes that hard boundary is actually exiting the relationship with love and loving them from afar until they process their own stuff, maybe come up with their own boundaries and explore their own inner landscape. Sometimes boundaries are very important, and armadillos are saying that. Discerning when is a hard boundary necessary and when do we just need to work on our edges. Because relationships really are an exchange of our auric fields, of our mental processes, our energy fields, who we really are at our divine level. So it's more of an edge rather than a hard boundary when we're talking about energy. So what I've learned to look at is if I'm in a relationship or in a conversation and I can feel the experience starting to push in on an edge, that's when it's my opportunity to communicate, to say, oh, you know what, can we change direction of this conversation? Or, how you're approaching me right now, actually, I'm feeling a little bit defensive. Can I have a minute to decide, like, what I want to do here? It's an opportunity for communication. So having edges rather than boundaries is an opportunity for a relationship to grow, to flourish, to go deeper, to become more intimate, to inspire conversation, to inspire connection, rather than, here's my hard boundary, you've crossed it, get out of here. And again, sometimes with people in our life, when we've experimented with the edges and the communication and the intimacy, and that keeps getting violated, then a boundary is necessary. And sometimes Armadillo is saying the boundary could very well be disengaging from the relationship for whatever amount of time is required for you to get clear with you and the other person to get clear with themselves. Armadillo, coming in for the collective. So it's discerning, when is it time for a hard boundary and when is it just time to look at the edges and to see the opportunity for growth in the relationship, and really growth within ourselves, because it really all comes back to ourselves, our relationship with ourselves, and then how our outer world is reflecting what our relationship is in here with our own selves. Thank you, Armadillo. Hi, Michelle. I'm going to see you tonight. I'm coming to your birthday. Woo. All right. So I do see requests, and I see quite a few people are popping on. Really good. Some people I haven't seen in a while. So I have Paul and Beck on the list. Hi, Jerry. I'll put you on the list. I do have time to do cards for you all today. For a little while, anyway. Bracetta. I'm going to go with Bracetta. My apologies that I'm not remembering the pronunciation, but I do remember you, my love. You are after Jerry. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl, let me know if you want a card. We gotta get connected soon. Susan. And Cheryl, I haven't forgotten about the bee apiary. We'll talk soon about that. And I want to hear all about your pilgrimage, your trip. All right, Susan, I got you on the list. Hi, Carolyn. Yay! Carolyn's on. Yes, Carolyn. I would love to draw you a card. Haven't seen you forever. Good morning, Michelle. Can't wait to give you a big birthday hug tonight. All right, so I have Paul, Becca, Jerry, Bracetta, Susan, and Carolyn. And Michelle, if you are going to stay on for a minute, I'm going to bump you up to the front of the list so I can do a birthday reading for you. So I'm bumping you for a minute for birthday girl. And then you'll be next. We'll stick with animal spirit animal oracle for Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Ooh, you got pig spirit. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, pig energy is so sweet. It's prosperity. Pigs are prosperity and abundance. They are so intelligent. They actually say, I don't know the exact age, but pig intelligence is equivalent to a young human. I want to say like 4 years old, if I'm remembering correctly. Very intelligent beings. And for you, my love, this is saying what a year you have ahead of you of abundance and prosperity. So see that coming to you, and luck. Pigs are lucky. And pigs also, this is an invitation to keep your mind focused on the positive, because some of the pig energy is about some mental craziness. It could go into worry. It could go into what if, oh my gosh, all this is going on, and this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen. And so if that's going on with you, just take a breath, bring it all into calm heart space, and realize the universe is conspiring for your highest good always, and that you can only prepare as much as you can prepare in the moment, and then trust that everything is going to flow beautifully in abundance, prosperity, joy. And so it's really working with the mind and using it wisely, using it for what it's meant for, which could be some planning in the moment, but also a little bit of surrender and trust that there's always room for flow. That if we don't leave room for God to work God's magic, that we can actually be limiting ourselves. So it's good to like set some plans and have some goals and wanting to shape your reality, but also knowing that it could even be better than what you're even dreaming. So keeping your mindset on that positive, rather than the worry and the what ifs and what could go wrong. Because what we give our power to and our attention to, we give our power to. So shifting, if you notice, I'm shifting into worry, or what could happen that's bad, and catch yourself and then bring it back to, but what could happen that's wonderful. Happy birthday, love. Pig energy coming in for you. And I'll see you later tonight. Woohoo! Okay, I'm seeing some more requests, but I'm going to go ahead. I'll have to scroll back. I'm going to get going here, and then if there's time, I'll go back and see who else is requesting. So I have Paul next, then Becca, then Jerry. Paul, power animal. You have this deck in your house, Paul. Paul. Oh, eagle. This is your spirit, soaring high, seeing everything. This is also about trust. Sometimes we just have to coast. Like this eagle isn't flapping the wings and working hard. This eagle's just soaring. This eagle's just knowing and kind of looking ahead and not in worry, just really noticing, okay, I've flapped my wings, got a lot accomplished. Now I'm just going to soar for a little bit and look ahead and trust in my spirit and divine spirit. And I can almost see like this eagle's really just allowing the air currents to carry him. It's kind of that time of, you know what? And it's kind of similar to the one you got last week with the go with the flow. In this case, it's more about, it is spirit and it's also mind. It's keeping everything in alignment, that it's all going in the right direction. And now just enjoy. Just enjoy. And know that you have very good sight ahead, that foresight. Eagle tradition, almost every tradition, eagle is showing foresight. They have really good eyes. So they can be miles high in the air and see some prey like down there. So knowing that you have that vision and trusting, and that sometimes it's time to flap, it's time to actually work going towards, and then it's time to just coast and see, okay, am I still going in that same direction? You know what? I see up ahead. I want to make a little change. And, I don't have to work so hard. I got the air currents and the flow just working for me. So having that discernment of when to work, when to just see and know that you're moving in the right direction and making any adjustments. That's for you, Paul. Got lots of animal noises today. All right, Becca. Divine Animal Oracle for you, Becca. After Becca, I have Jerry, then Rosita, and then Susan, and then Carolyn. And then I'll look and see who else I have time for cards for. Becca. But if you are watching, there will be a message for you. So I just sent out an email. I'm having limited email for some save the dates, so I'm just going to say them here real quick. If you didn't get the email, it's just because there's a setting that I have to figure out on technology of how to send all the emails I want. But there's this coming Saturday, next Saturday, is Mystic Sounds at Unity of Melbourne on Sarno, and that's at 2 o'clock. Get there at 1:45, and that's Mystic Sounds Healing Immersion. So if you haven't experienced that, please come. It is just so amazing. Vashti, Deborah, and I, each one is different. It's a donation basket in the back. That's next Saturday. And then on August 17th in Palm Bay at Med Healers, the BAM place, we have a community healing day going on. So we're going to have different stations of healing, and it's also donation. And we're going to have a mental health workshop for family sculpting at 1 o'clock from 1 to 2. So if you want to experience what family sculpting is about, so you can get a better perspective of your family dynamic and the different archetypes of the family, it's so powerful. Yet I do need you to sign up for that one because we only have space for 10 people. So medhealersinfo@gmail.com, or you can just send a little message here like interested in the workshop on August 17th. It's a Saturday at 1 o'clock. And if you just if you're interested in that, just either throw a message in the comment here, or you can message me personally, or you can email medhealersinfo@gmail. Okay, woo! Doing a lot. I'm trying to do events that are donation based, because some of us don't have the money to spend for, an hour or 90 minutes of therapy right now. And we may not have the money to spend for a big, long workshop. But if you have some experiences that you can say, hey, this is something this is a therapist I want to work with more, it's worth spending the money. You can connect with people in the community. And decide. Okay, so for Becca, there we go. Whenever I have this deck, I don't use this deck often, but I draw this card almost every time I pick this deck up. And I always forget exactly what the heck this card is. Fruit bat and flying fox. So this is what I know about bats. They're nocturnal, just like armadillo. They are exchanging. I'm going to have to read the book on this one. I just don't know enough about flying bats and why it's a fox bat. I know bats are really important for the ecosystem. This is what I know about bats. They eat berries and bugs. Thank goodness. They are our best mosquito catchers. So if you see bats flying around, be like, thank you, because they are the natural mosquito control, not the poison that Palm Bay still sprays around. The city I live in still sprays toxic chemicals in the air periodically to kill mosquitoes, and they don't even kill the mosquitoes. Anyway, that's a little side thing. Bats. They also eat berries, and then they poop out the seeds. So they spread. They're like farmers. They spread seeds that then come into plants. So they're very valuable. Okay, fruit bat. Kindness, Becca. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts, spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. All right, let me see what else I want to read here. I'm going to read the magic. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility, plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. So, kindness, fertility. So this can be fertile grounds. Like, so this is saying it's time to create. And kindness, and having this kind of positive outlook of abundance and fertility, that with kindness, with heartfelt actions, you will get that back, and it will prove productive for you. I'm just curious about flying fox, so here we go. Animal in Tonga and Samoa, because of this beautiful mythos. A mammal, it is the largest flying fox in the Pacific with a wingspan of up to 1 meter. Unusually, the species does not form large colonies, but exists in monogamous pairs with children. So they're family-oriented. Fruit bats, which are also known as flying foxes, play a key role in pollination and seed dispersal throughout the habitat rather than using sonar. Oh, this is interesting. They have keen eyesight and hearing, and they are also very intelligent. They suckle their young and are caring parents. It's interesting, you and Paul both got flying animals with really good eyesight. So this would be also for your family, for what you want to create for your family, Becca. You and Paul kind of get together and look at plans. Like, you both have this kind of gift of foresight coming in of what do we want to plan for our little family here? For your little family, what are your goals? This isn't so much the big extended family. This is your little family. What are your personal goals for the family unit? This is a good time for you and Paul to get together and create together on this. All right, that is for you, Becca. Thanks for letting me indulge in the book. I love education. Okay. I have Jerry next, and then Brissetta, and then Susan, and then Carolyn. And then I'll see if I have time for anyone else requesting. And I did see, I'm just going to go back. Hi, Tamara Kiss. First time here. Lovely. Tamara, I don't know if I'm going to have time to draw for everyone that's requesting. So just listen, because there's probably a message for you. And I may get to you. You never know. Okay, so Jerry Ludwig, this is for you. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Marjorie. Let me just see who else is chiming in. Kelly, hi. Hi, Lisa. Okay. All right. I am going to draw for Jerry. So I may or may not have time to do cards for each and every one of you, so just listen for now. This is for Jerry. Moose, authority, you know what's best for you. This is a very masculine card, Jerry. This is about you standing in your power and trusting your own discernment about your life. Moose just doesn't mess around. You don't mess with moose. There's not many animals that can take on a moose. Maybe hippo. There's two, maybe a bison. You know, like bison, hippos, moose, those are very strong archetypes, like very masculine. They have slightly different energies because hippos tend to be like water creatures, although moose will push people in the water and hold them down. Like that's what usually will happen up in the northern areas. But anyway, that's not what I'm indicating for you to do. But it's like that kind of power, that kind of like knowing, that kind of strength that nothing can mess with you when you are standing in what is best for you and the choices that you are making. So if you are making choices for yourself and you're discerning, don't question yourself. Make the choice and stand in it and then do the actions. And Moose is saying, you got this. Because Moose also has the antlers, which is collecting. They look like bowls. They're collecting the wisdom of the ancestors and of the spirit. And they're utilizing that in their decisions. So this is you. So once you make that decision, he also has a beard, which also, beards indicate wisdom of the elders. So you have supportive ancestors, trusting the wisdom, trusting your process. When you know what's right for you, act on it and don't look back. Be in it with authority. Just do it. That's for you, Jerry. Bracetta. I'm going to go with Bracetta. Divine Animal Oracle for you. I'm so excited. Many people are just chiming in today. So I have a list so far, and once I complete this list of people I'm drawing for, I will see if I have time for requests for single cards for others. So till then, just listen, because there may be a message for you. Bracetta. There we go. Peregrine Falcon. Observation. Wow, look at this card. I rarely pick up this deck. This is similar. I'm seeing a theme here. With flying beings that have vision and foresight. Look at this connection, this power, Bracetta. Falcons also have awesome eyesight, and they are companions to humans. They will deliver messages or retrieve information, retrieve items. Look at this connection. There's an Egyptian feel here, if I'm seeing it correctly. Yeah, it has an Egypt kind of energy to it. I might have to read this one too. Plus it's a 52, which is a 7, which is such a powerful number in numerology. It's like the highest purpose. I'm really just feeling like this is a time for you that there is connection happening. Like it's like ignition. That keep observing, like keep looking. But I feel like this is a time of action for you. Oh, that's also your age? 25. Oh, did I say 52? I was looking at it reversed. 52 is the new 25. Let's just say that. I'm youthing. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm in my 20s sometimes. Usually it's more 30s though. So I'm actually gonna, 52. I'm 53. I love the 50s. Oh, Brooke, 7's your number. Yay. So this is for you too. Falcon. Man, the 50s are just, I freaking love the 50s. And I really feel like I'm getting younger every year. That is my choice. That is what I'm creating for myself. All right, 25. I'm gonna read from the book just because I don't use this deck that much, and there's always like so much really cool information in here, and I'm all about education. So, observation, Bracetta, this is for you. Take a step back and simply observe a situation. Listen and watch before you decide on a course of action, as acting rashly will not serve you in your current situation. You are being supported by powerful forces. That's being highlighted. Powerful forces. That is that ignition, that activation. And look how big this falcon is. It's like God. This is like God activation. Yeah, the 60s. I'm seeing Carolyn and Tamara like 60s rock. Yes, because we just don't give a shit anymore. We're more ourselves than we ever were, and I'm going to say that's going to keep happening. Okay, so the Eye of Horus is coming up, Bracetta, in this. is exactly the shape of the falcon, even down to the drooped teardrop shape at one end. A sign of all-seeing royalty, benevolent protection, and supreme power and unity. This magical symbol, ooh, I'm getting chills, is still used today in spells for home and personal protection. So if you have any connection to Egyptian mythology or lineage, even in, you know, your spirit lineage, that's coming in hard here. Let me just see what else about the falcon. The primary magic of the peregrine is one of protection. The energy is one of the all-seeing observer and protector on high. Work with peregrine magic when you need some powerful safeguarding or support. The other element I love about working with peregrine, falcon, it's a type of falcon, energy is the wise observational quality it provides when you need to make a decision about a situation and need to have more information to do so. This animal will help you see the full view and to be patient about the gathering of intelligence. Woohoo! Fastest animal on Earth with diving speeds of 350 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in American miles per hour, but apparently it's fast. Watchful for movement and meals. When they see what they want, they take it. Silent and compact, and their flight path is as sharp as a blade. Observe, collect information, and you have the power and the foresight and the energy and the support from the cosmos to get it. Don't hesitate. Do it. I'm seeing a theme here among my little tribe. Do what you need to discern. Make the choice and go for it. We're supported by God, the universe, nature. Don't question it. Just freaking do it. What do you have to lose? If there is an opportunity for what you had to release to get there, it will come back around. Because if it's fate or destiny or divine will, divine timing, what's yours won't pass you by on your path. So that's for you. All right, woo! I'm like dropping stuff. Carolyn, you're next, love. Spirit Animal Oracle. Couldn't remember the name of this one. We got all kinds of noises going on. We got all kinds of sound therapy. We got kitty cats in heat. Carolyn, Ginger is helping to calm this little lady down. We're doing some Reiki and calming, grounding magic. She has taken a liking to Ginger. And luckily, Ginger has no interest in procreating. So they're actually quite a good pair. Carolyn. Oh, Spider. This is the high archetype. The weaver of webs. This is the cosmic spider, Carolyn. This isn't just your personal web, although it is, but Spider is the cosmic web keeper. And look at her little heart. This is a very powerful, oh, good, Brooke. Yeah, Spider, I'm doing a dream arc course right now. It's kind of like a shamanic nature immersion dream course. And Spider is like the head archetype because we're weaving our webs constantly. Not only for our own personal web, but then that is connected into the community web, to the country's web, to the planet's web, to the cosmic web. It is all one flow of connection. And then that goes into the body as well. We have fascia, we have the web inside. And so I'm developing a course working with the fascia interface. I've been creating this course for a long time in my mind, and now I'm actually getting it on paper. But Spider, it's It's reminding me I did a journey once up in the cosmos, and I saw the web, and all of a sudden I saw the cosmic spider, grandmother spider, that's the keeper of all fascia, all webs. And she came, and it can be a little scary. You know, spiders, at first it's like, whoa, 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 very ancient energy, right? They're the keepers. They are the weavers. And they're constantly monitoring through their feet and through sound. That is how they know when something is in the web, is through sound vibrations through the web. And so there's teachers that I've heard that God is a sound. Like it wasn't the Big Bang, it was a big sound wave, and that it's continuously going out and back through this web, this fascia, this multi-dimensional fascia. Carolyn, spider, this is a great card. So what's it say here? Make your dreams real. You are always so connected into the universal web, but this is an invitation for you, my love, to focus on Carolyn's web. What do you want to create for yourself, Carolyn? It's okay to be self-centered in this way of thinking about what do you want your reality to look like, and it's okay to focus and not get distracted from your own personal creations. That's what spider. And Carolyn, you gave me this hat. Thank you. I thought of you when I was choosing my hats today. All right, so that's Carolyn. Wonderful card. All right, let me just see. Let me just go back. I'm going to just, can I look and see who's on? That requested a card. Tamara, I see you're still on. So since this is your first time here, love, I'm going to go ahead and draw you a card. And I see that Marjorie's still on. So I'm going to go ahead and draw for Marjorie. And then I'll see from there. Okay, so Tamara Kiss, thank you for coming. And most Saturdays I come on. If I'm traveling without Wi-Fi or if I have a seminar. Hi, Sandra. Okay, cool. You're still on too. Okay, so I'm going to do Tamara, Marjorie, and then Sandra. And then I'm going to be complete. Or actually, who else? Did I see Susan Shaw was still on? I did. Susan, let me know if you requested a card. Rather than me scroll back through, I'll add you too, sweetie, if you have time to stay on. Tamara, Marjorie, and Sandra. Tamara. Ooh, Divine Animal Oracle. Okay, Susan, I'm going to put you on too, sweetie. Okay, then I'm going to close the list. Tamara, Marjorie, Sandra, and Susan. Thank you for those that are sticking with me. Tamara. Well, we got Weed Whacker going tomorrow. Maybe it's time to clear stuff out. Clear the weeds. Tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what this one is. Bull. Another masculine card. Very similar to moose, but different. Look at the lightning. I mean, look at this. Like, I wouldn't want to mess with this bull. He is laser focused. And this lightning energy can sometimes be really powerful. Like, lightning can be scary. And, you know, in traditional tarot, you got the Tower card. That's traditionally, people are like, oh my God, that's destruction. No, lightning is power. It is like God power that whoosh, clears everything out and electrifies. And so you have this behind you. And it's almost like there's an ancient civilization back there. And this bull is like rising out of it. And it sacrifices the little word here. Sacrifice has a lot of like not so good meaning behind it. I may dip into the book and see, but I'm going to just say this isn't about you being sacrificed. It's about, okay, I'm not even going to go with sacrifice right now. I don't feel like that's the primary message here. I think the primary message here is that part of your soul path, Tamara, is you have this like power behind you, and there's some lineage stuff going on here, because you have this like ancient civilization, and bulls a lot of times were sacrificial beings, and the horns are not only defense but wisdom. So you're not only doing your own stuff here, like your own charging forward and standing your ground and plowing ahead and making change in the world. You're also working with some core ancient wounds here of transformation. That we don't have to sacrifice our own lives. You're transmuting this sacrifice energy. This is like a deep reading for your first one. There's no accident that you came on here today. You're doing big work just by simply doing you. This is true for all of us. Sometimes we get caught up in, I want to save the world. There's so much going on and I can make a difference. Yes, we do that. By doing us. Yes, this is like DNA, lineage, core wound stuff that you are simply working on as you do your own path. And Bull is coming in hard saying, I gotcha. This is massive support to move forward and create change, break some chains, plow forward. Sometimes people need to be pushed out of the way that are like in power, that have no business being in power. You're a Reiki master, tuning fork practitioner, and hairdresser for assisted living. Wonderful! Oh my gosh, you are doing Reiki on all of those beautiful souls in assisted living. The elders, you are around the elders, soaking up their wisdom every time you touch their hair and talk to them. Soak it up, sweetie, because you're assisting them in this simple practice. It's not simple. I don't know if I have anything else for you. Yes, the crone. You are surrounded by crones and sages, the men too. Soak that up and listen. Listen deeply, because when they're telling you their stories, these are the wisdom keepers of the world. And you're helping them. And that could simply be how you are creating change in the depths of the DNA. That's for you, my love. I'm so glad you came on today. I actually got something out of that. I feel some tears coming. Thank you for your service to the world, your support. We're all supporting each other here. Okay. I hope you come back around on another Saturday. If you're in the Palm Bay area, Brevard County, sign up for BAM Community 11 on bamcommunity11.com. I have like a little subscribe thing. I would love, if you're in the area, I'm doing community healing days. I would love for you to come and do Reiki. Okay. Marjorie, then Sandra, then Susan. You're in Lee County. I don't know where that is. But if you're in Florida, it'd be a little drive. bamcommunity11.com and just sign up for it and subscribe. I don't bombard with emails, don't worry. Okay. Sandra. No, Marjorie's next. Marjorie, then Sandra, then Susan, and then I am complete. Oh, you're in Texas now, Marjorie? Oh, that's a really central place to be. There's a lot happening there. There's so many portals in Texas. So, Marjorie, Marjorie. Ooh, well, this one just popped. It's snake. Gosh, I can't even read that. Activation. You got snake energy. Look at, and they're wrapped around. It looks like a heart. That's really a root. That's a tree. You got lots going on here. So you are really doing a lot of transformation at the heart level, as in your personal world, but also in the hearts of others. Plus, I know what your profile is, Marjorie, and you are always helping the human collective work through some of these darker parts, transforming them, bringing light in. Your soul chose quite a path this time around, sweetie, but you have everything you need to live your life and reap benefits. Remember, you are here to enjoy and to love deeply. Keep giving love a chance. That you are transforming your heart with every relationship and interaction you have. And you're changing the whole just by doing that. Snake is healing energy. It's the symbol of not only transformation and alchemy, but also the healing arts. The caduceus is snakes going up the winged staff with angelic wings at the top. And you are an earth angel in a lot of ways. Every interaction. But put yourself first. It's so hard for those that are so compassionate and giving and wise to put themselves first. But it is essential in these times of change for us to care for our own hearts first and keep opening them, even though they've been wounded time and time again. It's an opportunity to open the heart bigger. And you're in a pretty big state right now. So the potential for opening even further is really, really high. So snake energy coming for you, sweetie, with love, with growth. And then look at the light. This is God's energy shining down. It's all about bringing in more light for yourself first and then for others. So that's for you, Marjorie. Sending love, always. Sandra, then Susan. Sandra, power animal deck for you. And then Susan, and then I am complete. And I'm going to Orlando for Michelle's birthday today. Ginger's now meowing. Owl, omens. Look for the signs. Owls are also nocturnal and very good eyesight. Owls can be warnings too, Sandra, that maybe look at your surroundings. It may be time, Sandra, to stop having relationships with certain people. Hi, Mona. Oh my gosh, sweetie, it's been forever. Mwah. It's kind of interesting you're coming in when I'm drawing owl. So, owl for you, Sandra, is... it may be time to release some relationships that are not serving you, is what I'm hearing. Really take a look at your life. Really honor when you are around someone. Do your thoughts start racing? Do you start having heaviness in your system? Do you feel agitated? Really hone in on people that help you feel joyful and that you see the light and it brings up the light within you. Sometimes we can feel really heavy. We can feel our shadows and it can be overwhelming and heavy and sometimes even dark. But these are the moments and the opportunities to look for the light within because it's there in each and every one of us. And to keep cultivating that light. And to be in nature and go to events and be around people, not just because it's convenient or they happen to show up, but pick and choose who is in your circle. And you're giving light to them. You're not relying on them to cultivate your light. It's an opportunity for you to grow your light So you want to be in environments and around people that give you the opportunity to let your light shine through the darkness. We're self-responsible beings here. We have to be. We can't really save each other here. I don't even know if we can really help each other. We can support, we can witness, we can all be who we are and shine our lights. But this whole notion of people are going to save us, that's gone. We're self-responsible beings creating our experience exactly the way that it's being manifested inside. And we have to be responsible for our lives. And if things are happening around us that aren't quite what we want, it's time to do an inner journey and find your light and figure out what it is you want to change in order for your external world to change. And that's what Al's indicating. Look within for the signs. Do some self-cultivation practices. No one's going to fix anybody here. We are on our own personal journey within to cultivate and embody our own soul light. And being around people that are doing the same will assist you in that way. So that's for you, Sandra. Susan, and then Susan is my last person today. So anyone that's requesting cards now, you just have to listen and trust that the message is in there for you. Susan, Spirit Animal Oracle for you, Susan Shaw, and then I am complete for the day. It was so good to see you all. I do see, Mona, sorry, sweetie, I don't have time to do more, and I had a whole bunch of other people request, so it wouldn't be fair. Susan. Wow, that feels good, actually. Skunk. Know your worth. This reminds me of Bambi. That was the first movie I ever saw in the theater, was Bambi. And Flower. Look, the skunk's on Flower was one of my favorite characters. And you know, skunks get bad raps because they will spray your ass if you get too close or mess with their babies. But who doesn't? Which one of us doesn't spray people in some way if they start to threaten us, right? But skunks are really smart and they're very friendly. This is saying about knowing your worth. Just because someone says, you're this way, or I don't like this about you, Susan, or this isn't my favorite thing, or you need to change this, or this is not right about you. Skunk saying, I was going to do a swear word. Skunk saying don't listen to him. You know, if it's someone that you care about, take it into consideration. Is what they're saying true? Are they saying this to me because there's a little nugget of truth in this? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's their stuff. Skunk saying go within and know your worth and cultivate that. How you view yourself is the only thing that matters. And to be honest with yourself. And let your flowers grow and all of your beautiful smells and beauty radiate out in the world. And if someone doesn't like it, or if it's just not their cup of tea, maybe they're just not someone that's supposed to be in your circle. And they'll deselect themselves. And if it is someone that you care about, contemplate what they're saying. There might be a nugget of truth in there for you, but it's still adding to your worth. We're worthy beings loved by God, Goddess, Spirit, Source. No matter what, we're all loved. That's why self-love is the journey. It's to match what is already true. We are loved, and we are able to love deeply. And we can do that from afar, we can do that in a collective, and those that we are choosing to enter into our heart space beyond the pericardium, the guardian of the heart, we are choosing to bring them in and have an experience with them and practice being in our worth, in our self-love with them as they are doing the same. And then sometimes that relationship takes its course and we've learned what we need to learn and we've had our connection and exchange, and then it's time to just drift apart with love and appreciation for the gems and the magic of that relationship. This is a self journey. Know your worth. I like the black and white too. This is the yin and yang balance. It's mostly feminine with that strip of masculine energy, empowering the spine and the brain. This is a nice balance for you. Skunk coming in for you, sweetie. Mwah! I love you. All right, everybody. Hi, Karen. Sorry, sweetie, but I have to go. I've had multiple people request, and I just don't have the time today, so I gave the time I could. And you can go back and watch the replay, or maybe just something I said about skunk energy resonated with you. That's usually how it works on these. So I will see you all most likely next Saturday. Mystic Sounds is next Saturday here in Brevard County at Unity of Melbourne at 2 o'clock. Get there by 1:45. And that is a Mystic Sounds healing immersion. It is a beautiful experience if you have never experienced it, but I will have time to do cards before that. So I'll see you next Saturday at 10 a.m. Get there right at 10 and request your card so I make sure I have you on my list. All right. Mwah! See you next time.